Good afternoon, I'm Raine Musñgi. This is Newsfeed. The Philippine and South Korean Coast Guards sign a deal on maritime cooperation. The Memorandum of Understanding was signed during President Bongbong Marcos's bilateral meeting with his South Korean counterpart Yoon Suk-yeol in Malacanang. Also signed were agreements on defense and security, economic and development, and tourism cooperation.
Our decades of cordial relations have developed into a comprehensive partnership that spans political, defense, economic, socio-cultural, maritime, and many other fields across various levels of engagement. And today, I am pleased to announce that the Philippines and the Republic of Korea have formally elevated our relations to a strategic partnership, adding further impetus to the strengthening and deepening of our cooperation in an increasingly complex geopolitical and economic environment.
Marcos and Yoon also discussed key regional issues, including the West Philippine Sea dispute. A former lawmaker is filing an impeachment complaint against the chief of the Commission on Elections. Our reporter Agatha Gregorio is on the line for more on this. Agatha, go ahead.
Former Caloocan City Representative Edgar Erices says he will file an impeachment complaint against Comelec chairperson George Garcia before the 2025 polls. But when he was asked about the basis for this, he said to wait for the actual complaint, adding that this has something to do with the contract with Miru Systems. Erices also called on the attention of the Senate, the House of Representatives, and even the President to look into the matter. The re-election is specifically called on Senator Raine Marcos and the Committee on Electoral Reforms to investigate the contract with Miru Systems. That's after the sudden withdrawal of St. Timothy Construction from its joint venture with the service provider. Rumors have been circulating that St. Timothy Construction and St. Gerard Construction are one and the same. St. Gerard Construction is owned by Sara Descaya, who is expected to run against Pasig Mayor Vico Soto. But Erices says Miru Systems should already be considered non-compliant because of St. Timothy's withdrawal.
Kinailangan nilang yakagin ang St. Timothy Construction upang sila ay magkaroon ng net contracting capacity, financial capacity. Dahil ang St. Timothy ang may single largest contract na papasa dito sa 18 billion na kontrata na ito. Kung wala po ang St. Timothy, hindi makakasali ang Miro at yung isa pang joint venture partner. Pero ginawa ng paraan.
Erices also questioned how Miru Systems passed Comelec's due diligence if the listed officials behind St. Timothy are not its actual owners. Billionario News Channel is trying to get Garcia's comment on the matter. Raine?
Thank you so much for that report, Agatha Gregorio. Senator Koko Pimentel will go head-to-head with longtime Mayor Marcy Teodoro for Mariquina's 1st Congressional District. Pimentel, who's on his final term at the Senate, filed a certificate of candidacy on Sunday. Teodoro formalized his bid on October 5th. Pimentel says he was caught off guard, claiming Teodoro had originally agreed to vie for the city's 2nd district, where the mayor would have faced former Congressman Miro Kimbo.
Do not make promises na wala kang intensyon to pa rin. Kasi a man without a word of honor is nothing.
Emotions running high in Israel as the country marks the 1st year of the attack that triggered the ongoing crisis in the Middle East. Across the world, commemorations are underway in key cities, while others prepare to hold memorials of their own. Eugene Adalia reports.
A difficult day in Israel as thousands remember the victims of Hamas's deadly attack on October 7 last year. At a gathering in Tel Aviv, pictures of those killed were shown on a screen as people lit candles and leave handwritten notes at a makeshift shrine or simply embrace each other.
You don't know how to express the words. You're afraid to burst into tears because you look at all the pictures of today, the victims, we commemorate for the victims and their families. So you see how life was lost.
On the walls of Jerusalem's Old City, Images of hostages still in the hands of Hamas militants.
Saw the pictures, and it's really like making me sad to see the hostages and to remember that they are still there, and we hope they will come back as soon as possible.
Hamas's attack left more than 1,000 people dead, at least 370 from the Nova Music Festival. Some 250 people were taken to Gaza as hostages. Dozens are still unaccounted for. Calls for their release have reverberated across the world, from Paris, where crowds marched near the Eiffel Tower, to London, where thousands took part in a vigil.
I pray every day, every single day, that the remaining 101 hostages are free.
The October 7 assault sparked Israel's war with Hamas in Gaza that has since spread to neighboring Lebanon against Hezbollah. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed nothing less than victory. Eugene Adalia, BNC.
Berlin was also a site of pro-Israel protests. There, hundreds gathered to demand the release of Hamas hostages. They also called for a ceasefire in Gaza for the sake of civilians.
We are a demonstration that light will overcome darkness, that positivity will overcome negativity. We will never, ever, ever give in to hate and darkness. We will stand together and say, together we are strong. Together we will overcome all challenges. Today we stand together, and today we say, we stand with the hostages, we stand with all those suffering, we stand together.
There were pro-Palestinian rallies in Berlin as well, with demonstrators urging Israel to stop its war in Gaza. Over in the U.S., Florida bracing for another storm in the wake of Hurricane Helene. The state is preparing for its largest evacuation since 2017 as Hurricane Milton intensifies over the Gulf of Mexico. Milton is forecast to become a major hurricane and make landfall Wednesday near the heavily populated Tampa Bay. It may also hit areas still reeling from Helene.
We're just dealing with a wide range of possibilities, certainty that we're going to have major impacts, but where you could do. So I think the reason why the evacuation, once those orders come down from all the counties, I think it's going to be a significant number of people because of that uncertainty.
And those are the news this hour. I'm Raine Musñgi. Stay tuned to BNC on Free TV Channel 31, Channel 24 on Cignal, and on our website, bnc.ph. Thank you so much for watching.